into it. Mona Lisa, tell me why you go. Clothes painted on you, kinda close. Yeah, you know you the jelly to my butter roll.
YouTube, what's happening? It is your guy Hitch. There has not been a lot of talk or hype around it in quite some time, but Teddy Santis is still putting out a bunch of sneakers with his Made in USA collection with New Balance. He's actually up to season 6, and it includes 12 different sneakers. So behind me, I've made my personalized Teddy Santis Made in USA collection playlist where I've put all the videos that I've reviewed from his past releases. So if you want to check those out, click the link above. Now, most sneakers are just not selling in today's market, and for that reason, I can understand why there's not much hype around his Made in USA collection, but let me be the first to tell you, he's still putting out some heat. So in the collection, you have 3 993s, 2 998s, 1 990 V4, and then they're bringing back the 997s, which I could not be happier about, with 2 new colorways. And then you have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different 990 V6s, including this sea salt colorway. And me personally, the 990 V6 has been one of my favorite models in the last 2 years, so I could not be any more hyped to have these, and I'm gonna show you why.
Look, the day I met her, she doused in black leather, drooling from her mouth as if a bow had never fed her. Boiling polar caps in ice age kind of weather. Dig, I like a bitch who give me a dose of my own medicine. Toxic, mind-blowing, but devilish. Zeke say Mona Lisa, but me say Nola, darling. You got a harem of niggas. I'm talking about double parking. Whatever you do, I got it. If not, then I can acquire Xanax to Oxycontin. You could lean on me or roll if you even wanna. I was high one night and convinced myself that I loved her, but I'm high more than not, influenced to live in the subtext. But sadly, I'm the practice for you meet Drake. Skip the dinner date, straight to Hennessy and chicks tapes. We got nothing in common, but we be physically bonding. Trying to segue into she willing to fuck with bondage, and I'm bout it. You ain't gotta lie in front of me. Shout out to the women that get high and wanna leave. I won't get in your way of being free. I don't have a gavel, you can fuck me in a team. I'ma keep it GC 103. You're looking for something special.
First and foremost, New Balance has always been and is still the GOAT when it comes to making the great colorway on a sneaker, and they show exactly why with how they use 4 different shades of gray on these V6s, starting with the base layer material that's on the toe box, the mid panel, and wrapping around the ankle collar. It's a soft mesh finished off in a light gray that can sometimes even look a little bit beige. Above that material, you have a perforated leather that outlines the toe box and hits the mid panels on both the lateral and medial sides in the darkest shade of gray that's used on these V6s. And then the top layer material is probably my favorite. It is a super soft suede that acts as a mud guard, hits the mid panels on both the lateral and medial sides, wraps around the heel, and then it's also on the lacing eye stays. It's finished off in a light gray. The light gray is so light at times that it can look like it's white. And I'm not even sure if you can see the suede moving with my finger through the camera because the light gray is just that light, but I'm a huge fan of it. The final touches and details on the uppers of these V6s will include the 3M that adds a real nice pop to the sneaker, starting with the accent on the toe box. You also have the NB logo at the bottom of the toe box. On the lateral and medial side panels, you have the N logos outlined in white. Also, the last 2 lacing eyelets on the lateral and medial sides have an accent, as well as the accent wrapping around the ankle collar. And then on your back heel is the final accent that has the Made in USA text.
You my Eve, you my prime rib. Skipping through your garden, jungle is my climate. Bite the apple if I find it. No strings like a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Mayweather.
These V6s are going to come with white, thick, flat laces in them, which I really do like. And they're supposed to actually have an additional gray set of laces, but for some reason, those laces are missing out of my pair. So sorry, I can't provide you guys a lace swap. Now that same soft gray material from the uppers are used again on the tongue. And at the top of the tongue, you do have a white accent, which is pretty thick. And also the New Balance 990 V6 text in metallic silver and red. Behind the tongue and on the inside of the sneaker, it's a white mesh lining that you do have. And down at the bottom is going to be the gray insoles with the NB logo and New Balance running text in black.
Look, the day I met her, she doused in black leather, drooling from her mouth as if a bow had never fed her.
I told you guys how much I love that light gray soft suede upper on these V6s, but the other thing I really love about them is going to be the color blocking on the fuel cell midsoles. It starts off with white in the front and then transitions to gray halfway through, and then finally brings in this light tan color. And I think all three colors just blend really, really well with the sneaker. And then finally, the sneaker's finished off with a all black outsole with your NB logo in the toe area and your New Balance text in the heel.
We got nothing in common, but we be physically bonding, trying to segue into she willing to fuck with bondage, and I'm bout it. You ain't gotta lie in front of me. Shout out to the women that get high when
I believe New Balance has started to ratchet up on their production, because this is the first time I've ever seen a Teddy Santis Made in USA collection release at a huge retailer like Champs, and I'm not mad at it. Typically, his releases are done at newbalance.com and then through a bunch of different boutiques. Now, even with New Balance becoming more and more popular, which I'm super happy to see, sneakers as a whole are just not selling. So these are readily available, which means that you can more than likely walk into your local Champs and pick these up and get them on sale, which is always a positive as a consumer. The other good thing to call out is with the higher production, the quality of these V6s are still top tier, meeting that New Balance standard, which I've always loved with the premium suede and the soft meshes. The retail on these are $200, which is the standard and regular retail price of V6s, but I do want to just throw out there the Castle Rock colorway that dropped with these. Those are $220. I'm not 1000% sure why. I believe it's because of the terry cloth lining that they do have, but the good news is you can get those on sale too. From a fit and sizing perspective, these are true to size and very comfortable. I can personally wear any of my 990 V6s all day long with no problems. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being trash, 5 being fire, these are getting a solid 3.5. It's a real good shoe. Again, comfortable sneaker. I love the colorway. With the fall coming, I'm really interested in seeing how often I wear these, but that's another story for another day. I do want to know what you guys think about this colorway and 990 V6s as a whole. Hit the comments. Let me know. Do you have a pair? Or do you like them? Do you hate them? How do you feel about them? Also, make sure you have your bell notifications turned on and are subscribed to my channel, because the next video is going to be another New Balance and a collab that people are really, really sleeping on. I'm out.
Bite the apple if I find it. No strings like a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Mayweather, jab, jab, left, right.